No, I'm not going to ease into this. I believe that once you pass 65, medication is just part of life, you know. I believed your body gives up and pills take over. That belief is wrong, completely wrong. I'm Joshua. I'm 85 years old. I wake up without medication. I move my body every day. I eat real food. And I'm not saying that as a theory. I'm saying it because I'm standing here living it. I don't usually do this. I'd rather be in the kitchen or the garage or the gym. But people keep asking me how I'm still doing what I'm doing, so I'll say it out loud, you know. I grew up eating food that didn't come in packages. Meat, eggs, butter, vegetables. That wasn't a diet, that was just food. That's all it was. Then life changed. Work got busy, convenience crept in, fast food, sugar, alcohol more often than I should have had it. I didn't collapse overnight. That's the dangerous part. You don't feel the damage right away, you know. By my 40s, I was softer, heavier, slower getting out of bed, joints stiff, energy low. I went to a doctor for routine checks. Nothing dramatic, numbers a little off, blood pressure creeping, sugar climbing. And that's when I heard it for the first time. This is normal for your age. Eventually you'll need medication. I accepted that without thinking. That was the belief taking root, that aging automatically leads to pills, you know. It sounded reasonable at the time. Because of that belief, I delayed action. I told myself I'd fix things later. I really believed that. At 45, something shifted. Not fear, clarity. I realized I didn't want to live waiting for prescriptions. I didn't want to plan my life around decline, you know, around slowing down on purpose. So I stopped negotiating. I cleaned out my kitchen, not slowly, not gradually. I threw out processed food. No cereal, no bars, no sauces with labels I couldn't read. What I ate every day became simple and boring in the best way. Breakfast was eggs, 4 or 5 eggs, cooked in butter, sometimes with beef, sometimes with salt and nothing else. Lunch was meat, steak, ground beef, chicken, fish. No bread, no sugar, no nonsense. Dinner was the same idea. Protein first, vegetables if I wanted them, water, that's it. No snacks, no excuses. And here's the part people don't like hearing. I didn't wait to feel ready to train. I started lifting weights, not walking, not stretching on the floor, lifting. Real lifting. At first it was basic. Squats, presses, pulls, deadlifts, lightweight at the beginning, strict form, then heavier. 3 days a week, consistent. No skipping because I was tired. You know, tired didn't matter. My body responded fast, not emotionally, physically. Strength came back, posture improved, blood pressure dropped, energy returned. That belief started cracking, that aging meant weakness. By 50, my doctor looked confused. Numbers were better, not worse. He said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." Then I made another mistake, comfort. In my late 50s, I relaxed. Celebrations, parties, food everywhere. I told myself I'd earned it. You know, like that made sense. That belief came back quietly. Everyone ends up on medication anyway. At 62, I was back in a doctor's office. This time the conversation was direct. Cholesterol, blood pressure again, prescription pad on the desk. I almost accepted it. That moment matters, because beliefs don't just live in your head. They decide what you tolerate. They decide when you quit. I didn't fill the prescription, not because I was stubborn, because I wasn't done yet. I went home and looked at my life honestly. Packaged food again, training inconsistent, strength slipping. That was on me, no one else. So I reset harder than before. No processed food, no sugar, no alcohol, none. Eggs every morning, meat every meal, salt, water, and the gym wasn't optional anymore. I lifted heavy, not reckless, heavy enough to demand effort. Squats that made my legs shake, presses that forced my shoulders to work, rows, carries, real training. Here's the clear conclusion from that period. When you feed your body real food and demand strength from it, it adapts. Even later in life, it listens. By 65, I wasn't on medication. By 70, I was stronger than most men half my age. Not because I was special, because I stopped lying to myself. People started asking what supplements I used. That question always annoyed me. There was no supplement, just food your grandparents would recognize and training that required effort. Let me say the message again, clearly. I believed medication after 65 was unavoidable, so I delayed responsibility. That belief was wrong, and it nearly became true because of my behavior. At 75, I slipped on wet steps, bruised ribs, nothing broken. Doctor said, "At your age, this could have been much worse." Recovery was quick because muscle was still there, balance was still there. That wasn't luck. Now I watch people my age sit down and never stand back up properly. They talk about pills like destiny. They eat like it doesn't matter anymore. That belief shapes everything. If you believe decline is coming no matter what, you live like it's already decided, like it's done. I'm not angry when I say this. I'm firm. Doctors are useful. Medication has its place. But I used medication as an excuse not to train and not to eat properly. That's the part no one likes admitting. Really admitting. At 80, my doctor called me an outlier. I don't accept that word. It makes discipline sound accidental. This was deliberate. Food, training, consistency. That's the formula. Here it is one last time. Plainly, real food and hard training kept me strong and independent longer than I was told was possible. The belief that medication is inevitable after 65 is false. If you're listening and thinking, "I'll fix it later," I thought that too. Later shows up fast. Faster than you think. What I wish I had done earlier is simple. I wish I had never accepted weakness as normal. I wish I had lifted heavy sooner. I wish I had eaten real food without compromise. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired now, not weak, just done talking. But I'm still training tomorrow.